Hello, I'm Antonio Mora, and this is the newsandnews.com Day in Brief. Today's top stories in 3 minutes. It's Monday, June 11th at about 6:30 p.m. I happened to be leaving Bloomingdale's in Manhattan in 1988 when Mikhail Gorbachev's caravan of cars stopped and the Soviet leader emerged to shake hands with delighted New Yorkers. I was reminded of that today when I saw images of a smiling Kim Jong-un continuing his charm offensive and going out for a late-night stroll in Singapore. But before we get too excited about comparisons, when Gorbachev popped out of his limo that December night on 3rd Avenue, he had already made significant reforms. Kim has done no such thing. As the head of the UN commission that looked into human rights in North Korea said, the gravity, scale, duration, and nature of the unspeakable atrocities committed in the country reveal a totalitarian state that does not have any parallel in the contemporary world. Still, the meeting between Kim and President Trump, which begins just a few hours from now, raises expectations that the rogue North Korean regime might change its ways on human rights and nuclear proliferation. Let's hope the White House is accurate when it says quick progress is being made. Meanwhile, it didn't seem to be enough to call Justin Trudeau weak and dishonest or to have the White House trade advisor say there's a special place in hell for any foreign leader who engages in bad faith diplomacy with Trump. Today, the president again ripped into his G7 allies with a tweet storm from Singapore. Trump accused Canada of bragging in official releases about a $100 billion trade surplus with the U.S., saying fair trade is now to be called fool trade if it's not reciprocal. Canadians are none too happy with Trump, who has also been criticized from both sides of the aisle on Capitol Hill for his tough stance toward America's allies. Also, heavy fighting in Yemen has killed hundreds in a civil war that has further devastated what was already one of the world's poorest countries. And Italy's new right-wing government is claiming victory after refusing to allow a ship that had rescued 629 refugees to dock. Spain agreed to accept them. Now our alternate universes segment, the great divide between conservative and liberal media. Today was a perfect case study for those interested in media bias. CNN and MSNBC reported on the Singapore summit extensively, but they constantly did it through the lens of the Trump administration's behavior during and after the G7 summit. Pundits even called Trump deranged and mentally ill. On the other hand, Fox didn't seem to mind much that Trump and some of his top staffers created chaos between the U.S. and its top allies, all the while insulting G7 leaders, especially Trudeau. Fox did report on the G7's aftermath, but played down the controversy and certainly didn't use it as a framework for its Singapore coverage. Finally, my favorite story. Penka the cow will not face a death sentence. Penka had strayed from her farm in Bulgaria, which is part of the EU, into Serbia. When she was returned 2 weeks later, EU authorities wanted to put her down because she didn't have papers that certified her health. An international outcry that included Paul McCartney ensued, and the EU bureaucrats backed down. Penka lives. You can find all those stories and much more updated around the clock 7 days a week on newsandnews.com, where you will find all you need to know in one place. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking on the right of your screen just below this video, and please follow us on Facebook at Real News and News, and follow me on Twitter at AMoraTV. I'll see you again tomorrow.